I am sick, but we have some major signals firing suggesting altcoin season may be around the corner, so we gotta talk. So let's jump in, but before we do, I gotta quickly remind you, none of this is financial advice. Now, I know we're looking at a bunch of weird colors and it looks crazy and you might not know what's going on, but don't worry. As always, I'm going to break it down for you and make it super easy. Now, this chart right here, this is the price of Bitcoin. As you can see right here, this green box, this is where we have a strong support zone. We dipped down and we bounced off of it. And support zones just mean that there's a lot of activity at these levels and there's a good chance that the price does bounce. And that's exactly what happened. And what you'll notice is that we have this strong resistance here at about 99,500. And that just means that's where the price wants to come down. But this candle, if you look at this candle right here, we have rocketed past that. We have gotten it, so it's called a breakout. And in technical analysis, this is a very good sign that suggests we are going to continue going up to the next resistance line, which is around 106 to 108,000. That's where the wick is. But this is very important for this reason. The reason is it's because we are now confirming a higher high. But I lied because it is not yet actually confirmed. And this is what I think many other people are getting wrong right now, is that this candle has not yet actually closed. So there is a chance that price does come down and closes below the resistance line, in which case that would be a really bad sign. By the looks of it, it does look like we are going to close over this resistance line, which does confirm a higher high, which suggests that we are likely to come hit 106,000 for Bitcoin's price. And if we make it to where the wicks peaked, that's about 108,000. Now, that would be a retest of the previous higher high. And what does that mean? Well, that means that we are either going to reject from here, and hopefully we'll either see we're going to touch this, come down a little bit, and then break through it like this. There is also a chance we just go through it like this. And at this point, probably less likely, there's a chance that we just reject from it and then continue going down. But I can envision something like this. We touch it, come down a little bit, and then we break through it. And given current information, I think this is what is most likely right now. So let's say that we do break previous all-time highs. Let's say Bitcoin soars above 106,000 to 108,000. Where are we going next? Well, we can take the range from the bottom of this channel and measure it to the top of the channel, and that'll put our next major resistance at about $122,000 for one Bitcoin. But right now, there seems to be a bigger picture, a bigger narrative playing out for altcoins. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Before I get into that, I want to make you aware of a tremendously useful tool in our Discord. We have an AI trading assistant that is custom. It is exclusive. You will not find it anywhere else. And we can do something like, for example, /info, and I'll just do Bitcoin to keep things simple. And it'll pull up this info panel where you get a description about whatever coin you look up. And so now you know exactly what you're buying. You can look up coins that other influencers are shilling you. And now you can know exactly what it does, what it is, what its purpose is. You can look at details about the coin to make more informed decisions. And we have a built-in tokenomics rating system. Works on any coin. And it'll give you a rating out of 100. So for example, Bitcoin gets a 94 out of 100. And its valuation is Bitcoin has extremely healthy tokenomics. There's virtually no selling pressure affecting this coin. Guys, you can do this with any coin. Tremendously useful. This will save you so many times. So definitely join the Discord. Link is in the description. Psst, subscribe. If we look at Ethereum, we can see something very interesting. And just so you know, altcoins are any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. And some people now consider Ethereum not to be an altcoin anymore. Here's the thing you have to know. Altcoins follow what Ethereum does. If Ethereum goes crazy high, goes up like crazy, altcoins go crazy. If Ethereum goes down, altcoins go down. So if you're holding primarily altcoins, what you want to see is Ethereum doing really well. And with this latest move in the last few days, we are confirming higher highs, higher lows. As you can see, let me go ahead and redraw these. I drew these earlier, but I'll redraw them and make them easier for you to see. As you can see, we have a higher high here, higher low, higher high, and yes, we did go down, but this is still a higher low. And right now we are on track to make a higher high. Of course, this isn't over yet, this move, but it looks like we are continuing up. Now, the next major resistance line is at about 4,000, and we've tested this line multiple times. So if we get this breakout, that would be amazing, amazing news for altcoins. We do have this increasing trend line here, kind of making an ascending triangle. I just wanted to draw that out. However, I don't think it is that strong. The reason I drew it out is because I see a lot of other technical analysis creators drawing this line, but so I wanted to show you as well. But I don't think it's that strong because we just have not tested it that much. However, something to keep in mind. So Ethereum is definitely looking like it wants to continue upward. Let's take a look at Solana. So this is Solana, and you'll see that we are making this pennant formation, which can really break out either to the upside or downside, but given current market conditions, it's very likely we break out to the upside. Now, Solana is a little bit different in that it's not as clear. We do have kind of this decreasing trend line here. However, this recent move, these last couple of days, have clearly painted a higher high in relation to these candles down here. But that's not a lot of price action, so I'm not totally sure how strong that is. For Solana, I think it's totally possible we see something like a rejection from here and we kind of fill out this pennant and then break out to the upside quite strongly. So that's kind of the story for Solana. It's showing weakness relative to how it was doing previously because it had this really, really strong run up 2023, 2024, but 2025 may be a little bit weaker for Solana, but again, I could be totally wrong. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. If we look at Bitcoin dominance, this is the chart that signals which sector is outperforming in the crypto market. Either Bitcoin or altcoins are doing better. And based on what this chart says, it gives us a signal as to whether we should be holding primarily Bitcoin or kind of holding maybe more altcoins to try to continue to maximize our profits. And you'll see something very, very clear here. Obviously, we were going straight up for quite a while, but just recently we set a lower low and we have set a lower high, and we are now on our way down again. So this signals that Bitcoin is losing strength in relation to altcoins. And all this means is historically that we are going to have this downward, this downward drop like this, like we had back last cycle. And this right here, this is, let me zoom out a little bit more just to make it easier. This is, oh my goodness, come on, paintbrush. This is Altseason. This is when Altseason happens. This red candles on this chart means altcoins are doing awesome. And we are getting a downtrend confirmed here. So that means that altcoins are, until something changes on this chart, altcoins are safer to hold compared to Bitcoin. I want to back this up with a little bit more evidence, but before I do, I want to quickly summarize that everything is looking really, really good based on this last move. I mean, the candle that we're painting today is looking really, really strong. Hopefully, we don't have this strong downward pressure suddenly come in and make us close under this resistance line. If that happens, then not good news, but assuming things are going as everything looks, really, really good sign. Now, if we take a look at the MACD, you can see that we have gotten this bullish crossover, and we did get it under the 0 line. And all that means is that we needed to cool off. This indicator was signaling to us that Bitcoin was way overbought and it needed time to either chop or correct. And since then, it has come down to baseline. and it is suggesting that we are cooled off and we can continue upwards. So this is another really good sign for the price of Bitcoin. Let's jump to Ethereum. Same thing. We can see that the MACD line, the blue one, has crossed over the signal line, which is the orange one, under the baseline, which does suggest bullish momentum. And we can see that these candles are painting, on the histogram, are painting a very, very good sign that there's a lot of upward momentum for Ethereum right now. So this is, again, looking really, really good. If we take a look at Solana, same exact thing, right? Same thing across the board. This cooled off harder than everything else did. And again, it is signaling bullish momentum because this blue line is crossed over this orange line under the zero line, and we're getting these thick, deep green histogram candles. So really, really good for altcoins. If we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, a great sign. We can see that this has reversed to the downside. It actually crossed over the zero line, and the signal line crossed over. So again, this also suggests that Altseason may be around the corner. So we are getting signals across the board that are saying right now the market is looking really, really good. It's looking cooled off. It's looking like it wants to continue upward. And it is also signaling that it looks like altcoins are getting ready to have their run in relation to Bitcoin. So all of that looks really, really good. And of course, this can all change if this candle suddenly drops today and it closes under 99.5 thousand. We need this to close above this level, and then everything that I've discussed is very, very likely. I'm not feeling the best, so I'm going to end the video here. If you want to talk about your altcoin specifically, please, please, please join the Discord, and we can talk about your specific altcoins. We can take a look at those. Link is in the description. Make sure to subscribe. I do one-on-one calls on my website, so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, definitely check that out. And I also have a deal with Gemini, popular crypto exchange, that if you create an account using my link in the description and you trade $100 or more, you'll get $10 deposited into your account for free. So go and do that. It takes a few minutes. You get 10 free bucks, and I get paid. So I think you should do it. Thanks for watching.